Hello. Today I wanted to make the, co the corridors I'm adding because I was making some testings for the automated routing. So today I want to make the corridor walls walkable in the game because currently, let me show you. Currently we have the test corridors generated visually, but when we solve, we fall through to the visual walls. So in the, let me see, low levels, here it is. The code that, let's remove this, the code that generates the level, let me see, this lows, let's run load a random level. Another one. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we have the problem with some levels. The walls are overlapping a bit because we are not checking yet for overlapping in the corridors. Let me add the task. But for now, we will make the corridors walkable. And the problem I'm facing is this, which currently the levels have an array of walls. Each level has its own array of wall positions that it's used in the logic of the game to check for logic collisions, etc. But at the moment, I'm not sure if to make the corridors, the exit corridors, part of the level, or if to make the entrance corridor, eventual corridor that connects into this level, part of this level. For now, let's make these corridors part of the level because it's more natural at this moment, but perhaps I will switch it later. So when we are drawing the path, we should we are calling it in this function. Okay, we should pass the level as a parameter in this function. So we are so we can this is yeah, the interactive drawing, let's remove it for now because we are not using it. So let's add, when we yeah, at this point we should add that position to the list of walls of the level, but these positions are, if I remember correctly, yeah, they are local positions. So we must convert, yeah, level walls append. Let's make make this, and this will not work because this is a global position, so we must subtract the global position of the level, and this should work, but let's test. For example, if we solve this situation, we should be able to work. Okay, perfect. Now, the problem with this is that obviously the camera should follow the player when we are this is an interesting decision, usability decision, because currently we are adjusting the game camera. When we switch from the map mode, we adjust the camera to the level to show the entirety of the level, but when we exit the level, we should detect that and make the camera follow the player. And when we enter a new level, we adjust the camera to that level, etc. So for that, we should, let me make a new task and make it later. But for now, this should work. I was thinking that this question of the camera, it's interesting because it answers my previous question, because we could detect that we are exiting a level because we are touching a wall from another level. If these corridors were part of the next level instead of this one, we could detect when we set foot in this or when we pass the pedestal position, we could detect it by checking which floor we are stepping into. Then there is the problem of the insurmountable heights, because for this, for example, will be not a problem because we are traveling to a lower level, but in this case, when we exit, let's solve this one. When we are exiting via this door, in this case, we are making some jumps here. Let me move the camera a bit. We should make here something that is climbable by the player, but perhaps we could guarantee at all times that the corridors are properly climbable. Let's add and check if we can something to propel the player, because we could put here some sort of elevator, for example, but Elevators could be interesting inside the levels, now that I think about them. Let's put passless. No, this is this is also to do. Okay, this is done. But this is interesting, how asking questions about the current gameplay suggests things that loop around and maybe are useful for the puzzles, like the elevators. So it's interesting. I will pause for now. Perhaps I will continue later this same video. Okay, let's continue. I was thinking about another possibility for the transition between levels and the world. And that's the idea that the corridors could be pseudo levels by themselves. So we have normal levels and the pseudo levels without boxes or puzzles that are the corridors, but I'm not sure how to implement that. So let's add the for the passages or corridors. Okay, now what I wanted to do now is this: check for the overlap while generating the corridors. Let me use for this one of the levels. There were some levels with 7 solutions. Yeah, here is one. Here's another. There are 3. Okay, let's use this one. For example, let's put it in the beginning of the data file. Wow, it's really big. Save. And let's load. Let's load only the first one. Let's see. Yeah, we have 7 solutions. And as it is, this corridor and this one are interfering. So let's check for collisions while drawing the paths. For this, we need to decide on a global data structure. We could use the Brockwell's shared positions dictionary, but that's more for visual purposes, so I'm not really sure. This is, yeah, we already are mixing a bit the visual with the logic. So perhaps it's not so bad. It's always a bit problematic to mix too much the visual logic and the logic per se, and the gameplay logic. But okay, for now it will serve our purpose. Okay, we have shared positions is static. This one is purely visual, so okay. When we draw the path, we will we are doing this deformation to reach this is easy. When we add cells, we add cells to the proc wall and to the level. So in theory, we should update the A star structure. Let me see. A star. Yeah, we are setting the points. We are using global positions. Okay, so we will copy this logic here. We have a global position dot x dot y and I think this should work, but let's try again. Okay, it seems to work. Let's, yeah, this corridor. Okay, nice. Let's try again, because we are using, this is, yeah, this is another interesting task to add. When we, in the future, we generate, this is a problem. This is a problem. Why is this blocking the diagonal? We are not, yeah, I know why. We are not taking care of the diagonal points. We should mark in some way that the walls are correctly handled, but let me try again. But there are some situations when you have diagonal, these diagonal positions are interfering because we are not marking them as untouchable. They are spaces that must not be touched. So there are certain situations, yeah, like this one. Yeah, this wall was surely put as wall by another path. Let's see. Yeah, we have this other situation here. Yeah, we must mark. This is tricky. No. Yeah, we must set also this this position as used, because we are paving, as it were. Yeah, this should always work. Okay, except sometimes some of the exits could be blocked from the start. That is not so problematic, because we could make other things with them, but the corridors are for the A-star algorithm. All these walls and the corridor are marked as occupied. So when we do the neighbors, this condition will be true. Okay. Interesting. This pass. This one. We should draw the back lines. I think you can. The back line. I don't know. I think it's working. One problem I was going to say is that obviously we need each time the game loads the save game, it should generate the same exact paths, and it should choose the same levels from the data file and make the same corridors. What I mean is that the random values we use through the level loader, we are using also random rotations here, although these are purely visual. But in the world, we should use predictable randomness, so to speak. Each time we load a game, or not the first time, of course, but each subsequent time, we should generate the same mazes and choose the same levels and make the same positioning of the levels and the corridors. So let me try one thing. Let's walk. Yeah, we are there. What to do with these situations? The elevators are interesting, but I'm not sure. Okay, I'm rambling, sorry. Let's this task is very important, but it's for the future. Okay, I think here this is done. What more? Let's make. Let's. This is necessary to detect when the player exits a level. this should be easy to do. This should be the player script. Here we are effectively exiting the level, so but let's see if we are here. Let's solve this. I should make this faster, I think, but okay, if we cross, yeah, we are printing exiting in this moment. Yeah, we should detect that we are no longer inside the level. Yeah, when we are at end turn, we make the checks. We check if we activated the pedestal. Okay, but before we could check if exit level. Let's make this function. This will need if the current level is null, we return. But if not, we check our position. We compare let's print this, and in the move function we are yeah, I think this should work, but let's check with this one. Okay, when we enter here, nothing happens, and shapes. We are, yeah, this is interesting. We should not no, yeah, this is incorrect, because I said that the the corridors will be, for now at least, will be part of the level. So we should treat we should treat the corridors as part of the level, because the error happened in the next check, when we fall through the, when we checked for false. So here the current level continues being the correct one, and we should change the mode for the camera instead of, yeah. So here we detected, we exit the world, and we need to detect when we step on a pedestal, we should change the camera mode into the this is tricky. This is tricky because with the undo there will be a problem with the undo system. So we should mark all, yeah, we should mark all the positions in the corridors. We should mark as special in some way, because the undo system will revert some values. Yeah, we will. Okay, let's see. We should have in the level the walls. We have the lavas. Let's make a corridor array. This should be initialized here, I think. Yeah, it's safer to initialize here this thing. And deltas, arrays, solutions. Okay. So, because this function will be called only once, so okay, now in the draw path we add the cells and no, sorry, this it should be here. Okay. Level. Pos is sorry. We need let's add the position 3D. Okay, now we are in the corridor. Yeah. So now instead of checking for this, I think so. Each time we Okay, walking in the level. Let's check this solution. And walking in the level, in a corridor, level. Okay. Now we are detecting when we are in a level or in a corridor, and with this logic we should be able next session to change the camera mode between level and corridor. Okay, for now it's a good progress. I think we made several tasks. Yeah, for now I will end here. Next session we will make the different camera modes for the corridors and the levels, and try to decide what to do with this kind of upwards difficulties. So thanks for watching. Press like and subscribe, and more importantly, recommend the channel to some friend if they are usually entertained, or if they want to learn some of these things. Thanks.